I had just finished uploading this video when I got the sad news that Sly Stone had passed away. So I thought it's only fitting that I extend a quick note of condolences to his family and friends and millions of fans. Sly created a body of music that is just going to be with us forever. So let's celebrate his passing and let's all sing a simple song. All right. Thank you, Sly, for everything. Different strokes for different folks, and then we're all one people. God bless Sly Stone. Okay, this is what happened. I came up with this groove, which was just a riff of like 5 different chords played with a single root. It's like a blues chord, and what I did is I actually decided to turn it into a 12-bar blues. When I went to record it in my DAW, I got the chords down and the bass, and I just recorded them against a stock pattern in the CR78 drum machine, just to help me keep time. And then I got the idea of using Sly Stone's hocketing technique. So if you haven't seen my video about Sly Stone's arranging techniques, right up there is a link to the video that, among many of his arranging techniques I discussed, the biggest one is the way he applied the idea of hocketing to the rhythm section of his song In Time from the album Fresh, which I love. And this, what you're going to hear, is nowhere that cool or that funky. I'm not Sly Stone. I never will be. I'm not qualified to carry his lunchbox. But I don't, I like to try to learn from the musicians that are better than I am. And then before we get going into this, one more time, hit that subscribe and like button. It's right down there. It will do you no harm. Okay, so let's get into this thing. And I thought maybe if I used that hocketing idea to break those 5 chords up, where I could split them to different instruments and pan them left and right. So I did 2 different techniques with it. First I took just that synth track, that first one that you heard, and I duplicated it. And that put an identical track right next to the original one. And then I could edit between the 2. And there might be simpler ways of doing this, but so I just laboriously erased every other thing so they bounced back and forth. I probably could have just put it through a panning plug-in that had an envelope follower to accomplish the same thing. But in short, it sounded, it worked. But I thought it would be better to play the parts myself. So I wanted guitars and clavinets. And those, rather than take one track and split it, I played them each part. And also there's a Hammond organ that only comes in on the end of 4. After doing all that, this is what I wound up with just the rhythm without any of the drum machines and without the bass. It sounds like this. And the melody is hardly a melody, it's just a riff. And then it goes to a chorus that is just a couple of gospel chords. And it's just simple nonsense. But it was fun to try Sly's technique in a DAW. And I think it made the track sound more interesting. But you know, you be the judge of that. I'll shut up and let you listen to the finished tune.
Serviceable villain. You pierce to the vitals of thy mistress of badness would desire. Oh, is he dead? Sit you down, father. Bless you.
Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye.